Those are some of the stories you find on the front page of the Nation newspaper. And to the salient times now. The major story there, Tinubu announces injection of 2 trillion naira into economy. Dangote, Elumelu, Rwanda enlisted as Tinubu inaugurates economic team. Injects 350 billion naira for health and social welfare. 500 billion naira for agriculture and food security. 500 billion naira for energy and power sector. 650 billion naira for general business support. Another downstrip here, federal government lists flood-prone state, says downpour may worsen cholera. At the top corner there, multiple deaths feared as two-story building collapses in Anambra Market. Emirship tussle, Adobayero's council withdraw legal services. And 2 court orders to judges to resign from panels set up to probe Ganduje. Those are some of the stories you find on the front page of the Salient Times. To the Nigerian News Direct, still talking about the president being set to inject 2 trillion naira into the economy and inaugurates PECC, an economic team. And then another story here now talks about Lagos becoming first state to clear all pension arrears as retirees receive 4.5 billion naira. And don't interfere with finances, recruitment of tertiary institutions. Tinubu wants new governing board members. Nigeria to host African Energy Bank headquarters. And those are some of the stories you find on the front page of the Nigerian News Direct. And to the blueprint now. At inauguration of Dangote Elumelu PECC, as Presidential Economic Team, Tinubu unveils 2 trillion naira economic stabilization plan, targets 4.7 million jobs. The riders there tasks team on energy, oil and gas, agriculture, others. We have capacity to turn economy around within months, Dangote Elumelu is saying. That's a positive statement and should repose some confidence from Nigerians. And at the downstrip here, Buni launches Yobe policy on internally displaced persons. At the top corner, federal government releases 44,656 bags of food items to FCT residents. And CBN vows to penalize banks rejecting mutilated Naira notes. Another story here quickly. Rivers Pro-Wike Speaker, other lawmakers win at appeal court. Those are some of the stories you found on the front page of the Blueprint newspaper. To the Punch newspaper now. And 10 states battling flooding, 21 others at risk. Federal government warns. Government fears the cholera may worsen as Lagos, Abuja, others count losses. Flooding kills pupil. Rivers to overflow July. Ondo, Kaduna. 17 others to be affected. Flood sacks 10 Ogun communities. Now, MPA launches stock boats to boost ports operations. And another story here. Driver bags 12 years jail for killing LASMA officer. Edo APC jubilates, PDP urges calm as court nullifies Ighodalo's candidacy. At the top corner, NNPC rather disagrees as reports puts petrol debt at $6 billion. Some stories you find on the front page of the Punch newspaper. To the Vanguard now, still talking about flooding. 21 local government areas in 10 states. Federal capital territory submerged in flood. That's what the federal government is saying. It says no release of water from dams. Cameroon's Lagdo Dam wants states, local governments to safeguard lives of Nigerians. And Lagos, 2,000 retirees receive 4.5 billion naira benefit. And JAMB uncovers fake graduates. JAMB uncovers 3,000 fake graduates. That will be an interesting read. And kidnapping, federal government working seriously to secure ungoverned spaces. And the NSA is quoted as saying that. Those are some of the stories you find on the front page of the Vanguard newspaper. To this Nigerian newspaper now, Appeal Court reinstates Rivers Speaker Ameule, 24 other lawmakers. Court nullifies Edo PDP Guba primary. Federal Court in Kano says only EFCC can probe ex-governor Ganduje. And another story here. Senate investigates $5.7 billion Comatose Mambila Power Project. Laments Nigeria's exclusion from $110 billion global bitumen deal. And still talking about this matter of flooding, federal government warns Delta, Bayelsa, Rivers, Edo over massive flooding. Multiple deaths feared as two-story building collapses in Anambra Market. Those are some of the stories you find on the front page of this Nigerian newspaper. To the New Telegraph. Court rulings upturn political landscape in Edo Rivers as Appeal Court voids Edo PDP primaries reinstates 25 suspended pro-BK lawmakers. Edo PDP kicks as Shaibu Obi Ogbeide Yama. Others celebrate an easy calm as Fubara Wike supporters differ on judgment. And another story here. Electricity tariff hike. Stop killing Nigerians' economy. NLC warns federal government. Okay. Another story quickly. Federal government to Nigerians expect more rains, flooding in 19 states. FCT. Tattoo inks can be contaminated with bacteria. That's what a study is saying. Those are some of the stories you find on the front page of the New Telegraph. To the Daily Independent now, Tinubu moves to inject 2 trillion naira to reflate Nigeria's economy. Health, social welfare, agric, energy, power sector to benefit. President inaugurates Presidential Economic Coordination Council. That's what PECC means. Dangote says economy can be turned around within few months. Another story here. Many fear dead as two-story building collapses in Anambra. A really sad story there. And another story here quickly. Court orders 2 judges to resign from panels raised to probe Ganduje. Nigeria's CNG journey has commenced. Move irreversible, says Kyari. Those are some of the stories you find on the front page of the Daily Independent. And to the Leadership newspaper now, courts wield big stake in Kano Rivers Edo crisis. Give 2 Kano judges 48 hours to resign over Ganduje's probe, void Edo PDP governorship primaries. $150 billion loan, reactions trail signing of Samoa agreement. Some stories we find on the front page of the Leadership newspaper. Theophilus.
So we'll start with the Guardian newspaper from my end. Parties kick as courts deliver upsets in Edo Rivers Power Games. NNPCL denies $6 billion debt as fuel queues resurface. Exit poll, Labour wins landslide in UK general elections. EKDC disconnects Luth CMUL from electricity over 252 million naira debt. Tinubu enlists Dangote Elumelu Rwane in economic team. That's in the Guardian newspaper this morning. We move now to the Daily Times. Samoa agreement, we won't sign pacts detrimental to Nigerians, federal government assures. Says agreement was signed to promote sustainable development, fight climate change, generate investment opportunities, others. Rivers crisis deepens as appeal court reinstates sacked lawmakers, nullifies Rivers High Court decision for lack of jurisdiction. Pro-Wiki 27 lawmakers remain sacked. Seats vacant, says opposition lawmakers caucus. Court voids Edo PDP governorship primary. Expect more river flooding. Federal government warns states, local governments. The first news says Samoa agreement, federal government defense pact amidst controversy. Reaffirms stance against same-sex marriage. Court voids Edo PDP governorship primary. Prepare for more flooding. Federal government warns states. JAMB uncovers 3,000 fake graduates with illegal certificates. Outrageous, insensitive. NLC calls for reversal of new electricity tariff. Nature News. GMO food not safe for human consumption, says DG of NAFDAC. Biosafety Agency NBME insists seller maize are safe. Tinubu targets 135 million metric tons of staple crops to stem food price hikes in Nigeria. Climate change impacts worse than global terrorism, says Dr. Terry. Gombe government to employ 5,000 agri-extension workers to boost food production. Business Day, Naira opens window for firms' asset revaluation. NNPC $6 billion payment backlog fuels petrol queues. High feed costs hurts Nigeria's 120 billion naira fish industry. Strings attached to $150 billion Samoa deal stir outcry in Nigeria. And finally, from my end in sporting life, it says, Super Eagles technical advisor job, NFF insists on Spanish coach. Sneak into Spain to begin talks, shut the door against others. Rashford's exits claim boost Manchester United's pursuit of Osimhen. Morocco 2025, Nigeria draw Benin, Rwanda again. Group D, Nigeria, Benin, Libya, Rwanda. NFF accused Finidi of breach of contract after joining Rivers United, yet to accept his resignation. Djokovic seals 4-set win over battling Fernley. Of course, this and many more in the Sporting Life newspaper. The header, NFF insists on Spanish coach. Of course, they're sneaking into Spain to begin talks. Let's get a Mourinho, right?